I am here today with two students that were involved in a bullying situation. There was a video going around where three a group of three boys went to harass this young lady when she was eating her lunch. Before we go and contact parents and go on with the standard protocol of what must happen, I also want to see what I can learn from both students in this situation that has occurred. So first, we'll start with what happened in this story. First, we can use this as a talking stick. First, I want to know what happened from your point of view.
So I was sitting at lunch by myself, as I usually do, when Andres and his two friends came up to me and slapped the pizza out of my hand as I was trying to eat it. And I didn't understand why, as this is normal and I don't usually have interaction with these boys. But it did catch me off guard and make me feel as if I was being attacked for some reason.
Okay. Now, can we get your side of the story?
It was just lunch, and it was just me and my friends, and we thought that it would be like funny to like slap the pizza out of this girl's hand. Just like it's like to poke fun. We didn't really see it as like some sort of like big old bullying thing. We just sort of saw it as like like a joke or something. Not really something you know a lot deeper than what we originally thought.
How did it make you feel when they did that to you?
Well, it made me feel very vulnerable and, like I mentioned, attacked because I didn't feel like I had done anything to cause them to respond that way towards me. In fact, I was well out of their way. So don't I don't really understand why they chose me to pick on. I'm just confused.
So why do you and your friends go do that to another person?
We didn't really see like we would have chosen the other person, but she was just there, and I guess she was there at the wrong place at the wrong time. We would have done it to like anyone else, but we didn't think it would be much of a problem or an issue where it would be this big.
Is that how friends treat each other?
Um, I mean, it depends. Like our friends, if we did it like to each other, we would see it as more of a joke. We wouldn't take it too seriously, but out of context, with someone else who we're not familiar with, they might see it as like an attack or something.
Do you feel like this was disrespectful?
Yes, of myself and like my personal space because I wasn't intruding on theirs and I was just trying to eat as normal. And by them slapping it, um, I didn't. I felt very disrespected.
So from this, you can see what your actions have done to another individual. How do you feel now knowing what you've done to her?
Well, now I know we shouldn't go picking on other people, especially people we don't know, with something as insensitive as maybe slapping like the pizza out of their hand. We didn't think too much about it. It was just one thing. Like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? We didn't think about the consequences or how it would affect her. So,
Do you feel like you should be punished for this?
um, if she took offense to it, then yeah, I guess we have to be punished or we won't learn.
What do you feel the punishment should be?
Mm, at this point, all I really ask for is a sincere apology, um, because it is, although to them it didn't seem like a big deal and it was just a small thing. For me, I took it very personal and it made me feel very vulnerable. That I want to make sure that he understands and that he can communicate to his friends that it's it's a serious it's a serious thing he did, and that they shouldn't go around picking on other people particularly ones that they don't constantly interact with, because it would make them feel a certain type of way and they wouldn't want it done to them.
So what should you say in this type of matter now?
Well, we're sorry. We didn't think we did that much damage. We didn't take your feelings into account. So we are sorry that you feel that way. And we won't do it again.
Sorry that
We harassed her.
that
We harassed her.
well, we'll talk to the other buddies. Sorry that.
I harassed her.
All right. So another thing I want to talk to you guys is how prevalent is bullying in the school, in your guys' school, in our school.
I noticed it as being a big issue. I just think it goes unspoken because of the nature of our age, and that it often can be portrayed as it's just kids being kids. But more often than not, I do find it hard to find a group of friends, only because there is a lot of meanness that I see, and so it's hard, and there's a lot of bullying and picking on, even if it's seen as light banter. I can see how it has an effect on other students, and something like this would potentially be hurtful to another student as well, not just myself, who is used to being alone.
How do you feel? Thank you for that. Sorry. How do you feel about bullying? How prevalent is it in our school? You see it often?
Yeah, we see it. Like I said, we think of it more as jokes than bullying, so we don't really see it as serious. We just think we're just poking fun at other kids, not really cutting any deeper than what we think. So I think that's a big issue. No one really considers the feelings or the consequences. They just see quick fun, poking fun at other people.
But now as you two see in this situation, that there is harm done to another person and there is consequences. It's not just one-sided on this. So what are ways that we can help better our school and our community while we're at a school? Can we be more safe? No, how can we be more of a positive anti-bullying school setting? How can we provide that to our students, to you guys?
I just think we need more watchful eyes, I guess, because some kids don't want to go through all the trouble of reporting it themselves, because they might get in trouble with the other kids, and that might cause bigger issues. So just like having the proper resources to talk to someone, and just someone watching over, so they don't need to have the confidence to like walk up and tattle on someone else, just that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
I think if more of our teachers maybe spoke up at times when they noticed things like this, not that they've ignored it now, but I think that if they also spoke openly about bullying and the causes of it, maybe they could provide more empathy towards this, create more empathy towards students, because I think often students overlook the feelings that it creates on other people. So just between the counselors and the teachers, just administration as a whole, talking to students more openly about bullying, I think, could make a bigger difference.
Thank you for that. We will be continuing more with now school protocol and what to do in this situation, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about what happens in bullying.